Hey everybody. So I wanted to talk to you guys about your syllabus. Okay, so if you clicked on the link, you will see your syllabus, which looks something like this. And I'm just going to kind of go over the basics. You guys aren't dumb, and I know you can read. This information up here is that's in this table is all about contact information. What is the course? What is the section number? What's my name? What's my email address? What room am I in? What are my office hours? Who's my boss in case you have any problems with the class? Then you have the course materials. We have our textbook, which is normally required, but given the nature of COVID and everything that we are having to struggle with this year, I went ahead and made it optional. So you can purchase the textbook if you want, but it is not a requirement. Okay, course description, core outcomes, learning outcomes, these are all things that you will be learning throughout the course of the semester. These are things that I'm legally required to put in here. You can choose to read these, but it's not particularly helpful to you. Attendance policy, basically, if you read this, it will explain that we follow the Tomball High School attendance policy, which means basically if you miss 3 days, you have 3 days to make up your assignments. Now that's for the high school component. Now, as we've already discussed, one of the big differences between a regular high school class and a dual credit class is that a dual credit class has a college component. So not only are you in high school, but you're also in college. So for the high school portion, that's your attendance policy. For the college portion, assignments are due when they are due, no exception. Okay? If you have some sort of medical emergency or family emergency and you want to be considered for an exception, it is your job to see me ahead of time, okay? Or as soon as these things occur, okay? So, that being said, one of the huge differences between high school and college is that being absent on a due date or a test date is no excuse. Okay, that game of, oh, I feel sick on the day of the test that I didn't study for, that doesn't fly in college. Okay, so due dates are set in stone unless there's some sort of extenuating circumstance, which are rare. Okay, so things are due when they are due. All assignments must be submitted to turn it in to be considered. I will not grade it if you just submit it to Schoology or if you just turn it into my hands. You must submit it to turn it in unless I say otherwise. There are some assignments that we will do, especially at the beginning of the year, while we're still setting up our turn it in accounts, where you don't have that ability, but the vast majority of your assignments will be submitted to turn it in. Class participation, electronic usage, things like that. Again, you can read through this. Basically, I allow you to use Chromebooks, laptops, cell phones, things like that as learning tools. If they become a distraction, I will ask you to put it up. If you do not put it up, I will collect it. Okay, and then you will follow the Tomball ISD guidelines for getting your electronic devices back. Okay, this is a college classroom. The time for clowning around is over. If you disrupt other college students, you will be subject to disciplinary action. Okay, this is where adult men and women come together with the purpose of learning. If you are disrupting other people's right to learn, then there will be disciplinary action. Okay, same thing with tardies, grade appeals. I give you the grade that you deserve. If there's an issue, a genuine issue with your grade, and not just a situation of, well, I always get A's and you gave me a B and I don't like that, that's not a genuine concern. If there's an actual genuine concern with your grade, please see me. But just know that I grade you fairly. So the chances of me changing your grade, unless there's an error on my part, the chances of me regrading your grade or changing your grade to what you want it to be, it's pretty slim. FERPA basically says, I will not discuss your grade with anybody but you. Your college grade is your business and my business, and that's it. Not your brothers and sisters, not your parents, yours and mine. Here are the grade breakdowns for college. One of the huge differences between high school and college in the dual credit class is that there are two grade books. You have the high school grade book and the college grade book. In the high school grade book, daily grades all lumped together are 30%. Major grades all lumped together are 70%. If you look at the grade breakdown for the college, you'll see that it's vastly different. All your daily grades lumped together are 10%, which means that 90% of your college grade are your major essays. It's a huge difference. So in the college grade, it's very important that you get your major essays turned in on time and to the best of your ability. So what does that mean for your grade books? It means that the grades will be slightly different. Your high school grade will not match 100% to your college grade. They will be close. They will be within the same ballpark. Talking about 5 points or less. Okay. I've never seen a situation where a student has like an A in the high school and a D in the college. That doesn't happen. But you might have like a low A in the high school and like a middle to high B in the college. It just depends on what your major grades look like. Okay, so it's your job to keep up with your grades and look at your grade breakdown. Okay. So for example, your research paper, when we get to your research paper, notice that your research paper in the high school grade is 1/3 of 70%. In the college grade, it's 25% of your entire semester average, just by itself. In order to stay in a dual credit class, you must get an A, a B, or C in all of your dual credit classes. If you get a D in history, you will be dropped from your history class as well as my English class and whatever other DC classes you're in. So make sure your grades are A's, B's, or C's for the college. Plagiarism. Notice that I bolded this entire section. Plagiarism is hugely important in the college. Not to say that it's not important in the high school, but in the college, there are huge consequences for plagiarizing, which is why we use turn it in. If I catch you cheating, if I catch you plagiarizing on a paper, depending on the severity of the plagiarism, you could get a 0 on the assignment, an F for the class, or automatically kicked out of dual credit. And that means all dual credit classes. Okay? Do not cheat. Here's the grade breakdowns. Notice that there's a difference between what an A looks like in the college and what an A looks like in the high school, and so on and so forth. At Lone Star, when you get your report card, you're not going to get a number. You're going to get a letter, A, B, C, D, or F. And there are no pluses or minuses, so there's no A plus, A minus. It's just A, B, C, D, or F. And so what that means is, in the college grade book, if you get an 89.5, you're going to get an A. If you got 100, you're going to get an A. You're not going to know on the college grade what that A means. It could mean an 89.5 or it could mean 100. Doesn't matter. It's an A. An A is an A is an A. Same thing with B's, C's, D's, and F's. Okay? For the high school grade book, you will get a number on your report card. You must receive a C or better for the college grade in order to stay in dual credit each semester. And that's for all your dual credit classes. Keep in mind also that these grades follow you no matter where you go in college. This is the beginning of your college career. So if you transfer to A&M or UT or whatever, if you got an A in my class, you're starting that college career with an A average. So it's in your best interest to do the best that you can and get the highest grade that you can. Okay, then this all talks about different kinds of assignments we'll have in the class. Here's an example of what a properly formatted paper looks like in MLA formatting. All of your major papers will be formatted this way. I'll have a video tutorial for you later that explains that in more detail. Every 9 weeks, if you fail a major assignment, you have the chance to fix it to earn up to half the points that you missed back. So let's say you got a 50. Well, that means that you missed 50 points. Half of 50 is 25. So if you do the corrections, resubmit your paper, you could get up to a 75 to replace that 50. But that's only if you failed the major grade, and that's only one major grade per 9 weeks. So make them count, okay? Do the best that you can. There's a bunch of hyperlinks here to some basic rules at Lone Star. You can click on any of these to learn more about them. Withdrawal policy, 6-drop rule. If you decide that this class isn't for you and you don't want to risk getting an F, you can withdraw from the class before the withdrawal date, and you'll get a W on your transcript. A W doesn't hurt your GPA, doesn't help your GPA. It's just like a mulligan in golf. It's a do-over, okay? And you get 6 of those while you're at Lone Star. Okay, code for academic honesty, code for ADA, equal opportunity, so on and so forth. Basically what these are saying are that I will not discriminate against you, even if you're not a Texans fan. I will not discriminate against you, no matter what. And if you have any sort of accommodations, some sort of physical or learning disability, please see me so that I can help you get the proper accommodations so that you can have the same opportunity as everyone else to learn and to grow at the best of your ability. The sooner you can let me know about these things, the better for you. And then on the very last page, you have the calendar for the semester. Okay, typically at Lone Star, it's a 16-week calendar, but because of COVID, we are working on a shortened calendar this semester. It's 14 weeks instead of 16 weeks. Okay, and you can read through that. Make sure you answer the questions that come with this video, and have a good day.